Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And while you are welcoming back, please make sure you come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Oh, hold on 1 second. Mama, join me.
I'm in the room. Hi, everybody. Hi, Star family.
Mom, we're singing. Okay. And then, oh my gosh. Come on in the room.
In the room. Oh.
Come on in the room. Yeah. Hey. So much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room.
Everybody. Huh?
You go.
Excuse me?
You go.
Hi, Star family. Momma Star here, styled by the one and only Toya Star. And I'm so happy to be here. Excuse my glasses, but y'all know I can't see sometimes. So sometimes I got to put on some glasses. Sometimes I'm just cute without them. You know what I mean? But today, girl, we got to get to it. Today, I got these glasses on. She didn't bring me in the other one. Which I had a lot to say, but I brought myself in the last live, child. That Cardi B and that Offset, they do something to me. But we're going to talk about the Golden Bachelorette today.
Yes, we are. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hey, Megan.
Hi, my loves.
Megan said, Nikki, we are eating today with these chats. Hey, Mama Star.
Hi, my love.
If Jonathan doesn't win, I like to see him become the first Black Bachelor. I think that's how they're marketing him.
He's not going to win.
Yes.
He's not going to win.
But I think they're marketing him like that. I can see that happening. Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see. The ex-wife may ruin it. She may ruin it. Hey, Shamiko, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Sama says, rest in power, Marcellus Williams. Absolutely.
Yes.
Sama. Sama also said, Joan deserved to be brought back. It's just like Nikki predicted. I'm telling you, the editor gave her.
Yes, she did.
she's our Bachelorette, and you know what? She's doing a fantabulous job.
Fantastic job. Fantastic job. Love Joan.
Yes, and thank you, Sama. Sama said, "Don't forget to like the stream." Thank you.
Yes, please. Let's get our likes up, everybody.
Yes, Tay said the men this season are refreshing. They absolutely are. They
Yeah, they are.
absolutely
Tay,
are.
I agree with you.
Toya Star said, "Mama Star, Nikki.Star, yes, this should be fun."
It will be.
Hey, Alex, thank you for joining us and happy Friday.
Woo woo!
So said, "Come through, Mama Star."
So.
Love like you are said, "Hey, yo, excited to hear your thoughts on this season." Thank you. Spency said, "Hey, Nikki and Star fam, excited to hear Mama Star's thoughts." So I'm just chopped liver.
I'm here for it.
Raquel says, "Hi, Mama Star."
Hi, my love.
Ashley said, "Men age so well. It's not fair." Well, they don't have as much stress as we do. We have the world on our shoulders. We make it easy for them. Anyway, Star fam, let's get into it. We're first, Mama Star and I are first going to recap episode 1. Then we are going to get into episode 2. Week 1 and week 2, basically. So let's start off with episode 1. So episode 1, we're introduced to Joan and we're introduced to the men. Starting off with Joan, the budget. The budget for this season is amazing. This is the budget they should have gave Jen. This is the budget and attention and production they should have given Jen, because this is wonderful. Like the opening, I'm telling you, it was like this was the first time I had ever seen The Bachelorette. It was so beautiful. Everything was so meticulous and well thought out. Joan looked amazing. She was amazing. She was in gold because she is the golden Bachelorette. This dress
with a bow,
iconic.
Yes,
she looks amazing.
Joan ate. Joan ate.
She ate. She looks stunning, and she looked stunning throughout the whole episode and episode 2. Like, this is the detail and attention I've been telling them to give the Bachelorette. For some reason, they got it right with the Golden Bachelorette. I hope they do the same for the like whatever this team is for the Golden Bachelorette. I would love for them to work with the normal Bachelorette show, because this is
her outfits for episode 1 and 2.
Stunning.
They did that.
Crazy.
They did that.
She looked amazing in everything. Hair, makeup, dress, shoes. When she was deciding on what shoes to wear, I loved it. Like, this is how you set up the Bachelorette. Like, this is how you. It was like a princess getting ready to meet.
She did, and she's happy.
And she's very happy.
Yes.
I think the theme of this season, I won't say it's Cinderella, but they definitely
princess.
Yeah, they're definitely setting Joan up as a princess looking for her Prince Charming. That's what it's getting. Like, that's the theme that I'm getting.
I said the same thing. You're right, Nikki.Star.
And that's what I feel is happening, because the layout for this is amazing.
It's amazing. Yes.
What are your thoughts, Mama Star?
Yes, I think that she looks good. She looks good. Now, if you're going to bring on a golden Bachelorette, that's how you do it. She looks good. She looks healthy. She looks happy.
Yeah.
And you can get that through the screen. She's happy. She's having fun. She's having a good time. And that is how you're supposed to do it. And, she's handling her business.
She is.
With these men. She's handling her business. Whatever is in her stable, she's taking care of it.
Period. She was the perfect pick, in my opinion. She is leading out in the best way. This is for me, I'm like, this is what I've been wanting. This is what I've been wanting since Trista. This is the formula. I am very well pleased thus far. I
like her as a person. I like her as a woman. I like her as a mother. You know, she left before because her daughter was dealing with postpartum. She's a mother first. She wants love. She wanted love and all of that. But she said, listen, I want to be here. I did this for myself, but I got to go.
Yeah.
My daughter is in distress. she took my heart with that,
Yeah.
because she showed you what's important to her. Family is important to her.
Yeah.
Also, now they brought her back. Now she said, throw the money up, throw it out like rice. You know
They
what I
threw the
mean?
money up. They
You
threw
know what I
every
mean?
outfit she's wearing, like all of her outfits. I was like, I want it. That silver star coat that she had, I need it. Star Family, if you know the coat I'm talking about, please find it.
Yes,
I need it.
yes.
I
Throw
need
the
it
money out, throw it out like
like
rice.
Bryce.
You know
Everything
what
she
I mean?
wore, I'm like, this is it. This is what I've been talking about. The Bachelorette. There's so many levels to this, right? She needs to be endearing, but also with the fashion, she needs to be inspiring.
Yes,
Like people should want to
inspiring.
be her. People should want to
Yes,
dress like her. Like
she's
want to
a
lean out.
lady of a certain age.
Yes.
She not looking like no grandma.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like no, no old, woman and I don't have nothing against those people. But if you're going out for love, you gotta look like it. You gotta look like you ready
Right.
for love. You ready to tingle and tangle,
What my
and single and tangle. Yes, come through, Joan. Yes, you don't want to have what you know what I mean. Your clothes gotta look nice. You gotta be hitting it every day. When they see you, they done seen the sun because I'm shining.
yeah.
Yes. Come
And
through.
that's what Joan is doing. She is
Yes, she
absolutely
is.
shining. Every clip of her, I'm here for it. I will say that episode 1 and episode 2, I like tear jerkers.
Yeah,
Tear,
yeah, 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 yeah,
especially when Joan speaks about her husband, because she's just like, I had the best 33 years with him.
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
so amazing. They got married when they were 21, 22. And she was like, he's been the best partner for me. But he told me when he was passing that he wanted me to find love again. And she was
Mhm.
saying that she's ready, but we see throughout the season in the trailer that she's going to be struggling with that when she starts to fall for somebody else, because she says she's going to be feeling guilt. She's going to be feeling guilt about moving on. But I love that when when we open up with her, we see her story. We see her as a mom. We see her as a daughter. We see her with her mother, and
Mhm.
then we see her as a widower who is, still very much in love with her husband who passed. And then we
Mhm.
see her as this woman in her 60s trying to put together a new life and forge a new path
Yeah,
for
yeah,
herself. They did some great storytelling in the beginning
yeah.
of this episode. Really, like they really draw you in as an audience. And I again, they did an outstanding job. How do you feel, Mama Star?
Well, let me just share this with you. What you see in Joan is when she talks about her husband, when she had
Yeah.
her vows was happily ever after. Like she did not expect to be at this part of life, finding new love. When she married to death do us part.
Yep.
Like we'll grow old together and that's it.
That's what
So
she.
this in her 60s, finding new love can be a little scary. Even with 24 guys, it
Mm-hmm.
can be a little scary because you got to learn to trust again.
Uh-huh.
You got to learn, you know how to go about things. You know what I mean? You got to learn the temperature and the speed of things. Do I go too fast? Do I sleep with him tonight? Do you know what I mean? You got to, there's a lot of things. And it's just like, when you're a young girl, for the first time, meeting somebody and falling in love with him for the first time, seeing if this is, but she's just older with it. So that's what I feel like she's going through. And I like that, she's taking her time. However, she's feeling a little bit, sometimes she feels a little uneven because she didn't expect to be here
Mm-hmm.
in her life. Even though it's a new season, she didn't expect to be here. So it's fun on one hand, it's fun, it's new and all of that, but on the other hand, there's a little reservation there. Like she's a
Yeah.
little, fearful of taking that step and leaving her husband's memory behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, she's being very open and honest.
Very open and honest, and her emotions are real.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're real. And I feel
Mhm.
like the show is being very thoughtful and careful with her.
Yes, I
And
like
that's
that.
another thing that's refreshing because I don't remember seeing this in, aside from Trista, that's the first Bachelorette.
It looks like they learned something from the last
They
Bachelorette.
had to. They
Yeah,
had to because
yeah,
that
yeah,
last season,
yeah. Because
yeah,
the one with Gary and whoever, yeah.
they learned a little something. Now we're going to get into the men. But before we get into the men, we got to talk about it. So Gil, let's bring him up. Gil is this is from Megan. She says Gil is being phased out in future episodes because of stalking charges. Now, who is Gil? He seems like he goes really far, guys. Like I saw the trailer and I was just like, Gil is up and through this season. So we will see. But Megan says they're going to phase him out and we're going to look for that as well. But here is Gil. He is one of the contestants on The Bachelorette. I'll read his bio and we'll get into his controversy. Gil is an educator, 60, from Mission Viejo, California. Gil is a perfect combination of romantic, sweet, and emotional. This educator is ready for love again and misses that feeling of knowing you're with the right person. The father of two wants to show the world that men can be committed and want the same kind of relationships that women do during their golden years. Gil loves going to comedy clubs with his friends, indulging in relaxing foot massages in his free time. He knows his retirement is on the horizon for him and dreams of living in Hawaii by the beach with his partner he is walking through the rest of his life with. Gil's favorite way to show affection is holding hands, and he's reaching out for Jones, hoping that she's the one he's been waiting for. Fun facts: Gil is a skilled juggler. Gil's favorite books is The Bridges of Madison County. Gil loves road tripping, especially with his family, and allegedly, Gil loves stalking. Let's get into it. This is from the Today Show on their website. It reads, "What happened after the Golden Bachelorette cast member Gil Ramirez past was exposed about a week after the news of a Bachelorette season 21 winner Devin, and we're going to talk about that, guys, not on this live. Schrader's ex-girlfriend filing a restraining order against him. Reports emerged that a contestant on the Golden Bachelorette had a restraining order filed against him as well. The Golden Bachelorette made its debut on September 18th, and lead Joan Vasos met her 24 potential suitors. Among them was Gil Ramirez, a 60-year-old educator from Mission Viejo. In his cast bio, which was released prior to the season airing and remains on ABC's website, Ramirez is described as the perfect combination of romantic, sweet, and emotional. But after the premiere, details started circulating about Ramirez's past relationship. Today.com has obtained a filing for a temporary restraining order issued against Ramirez by a woman saying she was his former partner on June 11th. When did they film this season? The ex listed the need for a restraining order as harassment and emotional. She wrote, "Despite telling him to not contact me, come to my house, he made repeated unwanted contact with me, family members, and friends." Ramirez's ex provided more details, adding there were 25 attempts daily via phone, text, and video. Although she lives an hour away, he showed up at places I frequent to confront me on a daily basis. She also said at the time that the alleged harassment had occurred for a 2-week period thus far. On the July 24th, the temporary restraining order was dismissed in a hearing due to lack of prosecution. Documents obtained by TodayShow.com. A source close to production tells Today.com that production learned about the filing against Ramirez few days before filming for the Golden Bachelorette began. The source said that the filing occurred after they had already completed background investigation and the vetting process for the contestants. Going forward, Ramirez's screen time will be limited, the source confirms. Reports of Ramirez's restraining order came as the Bachelor franchise has been embroiled in controversy.
Mm.
Today.com obtained copies of Strader's ex-girlfriend request for a restraining order against him, which was submitted in 2017. In her petition for protection of abuse, she alleged that Strader broke into her house and ransacked her room. This is about Devin. He repeatedly ransacked her room, and in another instance, and put her in a chokehold and covered her mouth. So it seems as if this franchise, especially for the Bachelorette, is having a problem finding men
Very,
who are,
very.
yeah, who are not extremely problematic and abusive. I will say, I will give the show this: if this restraining order was filed after he was filming, okay, I hope that that's the case, and I hope that his ex doesn't come out and say that that's not true, because that would be bad for the show. Because if you knew this and still continued on, that's really unfortunate, and it's extremely unsafe for the cast. I'm disappointed in Gil. I'm disappointed. He seemed like a cool guy, but can't judge a book by its cover. Mama Star,
I'm gonna go ahead on and clutch my pearls.
clutch.
Because, first of all, now, Nikki, you just said in your readings that they found out after they had a background check.
Yeah, well, they're saying that was after the background check. So the restraining order was filed after the background checks were done.
Okay, now they said they found out about it after the background checks. Pull him. We shouldn't have never even been introduced to him. And it seems like somebody's going to go ahead and lose their job.
Yeah.
Because you can't this is not supposed to hit the television with our name associated with it. Now this man seems like he's aggressive.
Because not only
So
he's stalking her family and friends.
yeah, even if he says it's not true or they're going to court or whatever, still it's a little dirt, get rid of it. You know what I mean? And this is just not the platform for him.
Yeah.
I'm not accusing him of nothing or anything, because people, can be lied on or whatever the case may be, but you have to do that in another playground. Over here in this sin, we can't have our franchise getting dirty. Now, he don't seem like he deal with rejection good. So this is not the show for him, because there's a lot of rejection. Also, he was part of the men that didn't go on. He was part of the crew that stayed back, that didn't get a one-on-one or group date. So who knows what'll happen if she don't pick him? Get rid of him right now and double check all the rest of them. Check them. Who
Yeah.
gonna check me, boo?
This is the thing. They need to be
The
checking them all
Bachelorette.
the way up until they start filming. Because
That's right.
if they did the
They should be checking them all before they
arrived to set.
put it on. No, before they put it on television.
Well, see, the thing about it is, I think at that point, the show is already filmed. So they're just like, are we going to cut out everybody in the show?
Mm-hmm.
They got to think about producing a product. But I think the safest thing to do would be to get to do background checks on them up until they arrive to film.
Yeah.
Because at that point you can watch them, you have them, but up until they arrive to set, because what happens is they start casting so early and they do the background checks, and by the time you have your cast, there's months. Into it before they actually start filming. For some shows, even about a year before they start filming, they already have their cast. A lot could happen in a year. A lot could happen in a month. So they need to background check these people before they start filming. By the time they're in hair and makeup, the background check should be finished. And that's where it needs to be. So Steph said, wait, is it 2 guys with restraining orders? Yes, it is Devin, who was the winner of the latest Bachelorette season. His girlfriend came out saying that she had put a restraining order on him in 2017 for alleged stalking and physical abuse. Gil, his restraining order came after he was already cast for the show. That's what
Mm-hmm.
the show is saying. I'm hoping for the show's sake that the timelines line up with Gil's ex-girlfriend saying when she filed this.
Wow.
So we had to talk about it, and that's the last that we're going to speak about Gil. Now, let's get into the men. Where is he? Hold on.
Who we gonna start with?
This diva, Pascal.
Pascal.
Okay. Pascal is a whole diva. Frenchie.
Okay.
He arrives and he doesn't do much. It's all about the style. It's all about the accent.
Is he coming on to try to run for the next Bachelor? Or is he?
You think he's running for the next? I think
Yeah, because he's not into her. He into him.
Well, yeah, he's a diva. He's in the
Definitely
beauty industry. He is in the beauty industry. This
Okay.
diva, he's all about himself, but he's all about the flair. And
Yeah.
Jane, Joan seemed to like it.
I didn't.
You didn't like?
No, Pascal is too much. Pascal is not looking for a long-time relationship with Joan. He's not looking for a marriage to Joan.
No.
He's trying to be seen.
Yeah, I get
It seems
that.
like he's auditioning for the next Golden Bachelorette.
He's auditioning for Traitors. He's auditioning for every reality.
He's auditioning for something.
Yeah.
And it's not Joan.
It's not. He's a star.
Yeah.
Next up, we get Mr. Kim. I like him. I think that him and Joan look great together. I like that he's, a military man. I will say we're starting to see a little jealousy from him early on, and that is giving me pause. But so far, I really like him for Joan. I think that they're a really good look. I think his entrance was really cute. And when he walked away, she was even like, "Oh, I love a man in uniform." So they're cute. What do you think? Oh, you don't like
Mr. Kim, that's he's been this captain in the Navy, yes, but not for Joan. Not for Joan. Not for Joan. He lost his spouse. And some of them that I'll talk about this down the line, but some of them ain't ready. They're not ready.
Yeah.
And it's just simple as that. You're not ready. You think you're ready, and they probably don't know that they're not ready until they get there.
Yeah.
Because he's not. Come on. He needs to sit on the porch a little bit more.
Yeah. Next up, we have Mr. Chuck. I thought the soup thing was a bit gross, but Jane liked it. I just was.
And TikTok liked it.
I did not like it. The guys were bringing a lot of stuff for her to digest, and I'm just like, it wasn't for me. But she seems to really like him.
I don't know what's in I don't know what's in that jar.
Yeah, it was just
weird. Have a spoon and all this and that and that.
It was weird. But
no,
Jane
I'm vegan. I'm vegan. Back up, buddy.
Oh, but Joan, I'm sorry, I keep on calling her Jane, but Miss Joan said that it was delicious.
Okay.
But I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. But he's a front runner. She seems to really like him. What do you think about Mr. Chuck?
I don't like him for her. He's the one that went to Disney with her.
Yeah.
I don't like him for her, but that's who she likes.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that when we get into the Disney trip, and I'll say a little something else about how I'm feeling about all that.
We will. Guys, first of all, Mr. Greg, hey, I like him. He's fun. He's the comic relief of the show. Does anybody know why he's not on the website, on the ABC Golden Bachelor cast website? This is a different pick because his cast photo was not on there.
Greg was not the next man.
He was.
No, he's number 9.
Oh, you talked about all the men. I just talked about the ones that I like.
Oh, okay.
But I'll talk about him. But then you know what, Mom? Why don't after we talk about Mr. Grade, you lead out with your list.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just bring up my thoughts. But guys, can you tell me if you guys know why he's not on the website, or was it just like an oversight? Did they remove him when they meant to remove Gil? Let your girl know. But I like him. He is the comic relief of the show. I don't think that him and Miss Joan are going to go anywhere. I don't think they're going to go far. But for now, he's the comic relief. How do you feel about him?
Well, to me, he seems like the laundry man, because he don't wash this man clothes.
That's why you don't like Pascal.
Yeah, he don't wash his clothes and folded them. I'm saying now, I'm not, I can't talk about nothing that nobody's doing because I could be the next Bachelorette. We don't know. But are you looking for a man or are you looking for a woman?
I knew you were trying to go there.
What you're not going to do is wash no man's clothes and his drawers and everything.
I knew that's your problem. The problem is that he washed his drawers.
Yes, I'm saying for $100. So you broke. Jaden broke. You ain't got no money. You hustling for $100 on the show and you trying to take me out. No, that's all right. You could go out with Pascal. Because no, you ain't gonna wash his drawers on my time.
Listen, Miss Joan, I know she don't know about that one. Because I would eliminate him just based on
yes, just on that. You on my dime and you washing another man's drawers. Pascal, my man. You hear what I said? He got it going on. He's such a daggone diva. You done got somebody in the camp to wash your drawers.
Well, okay. Mr. Greg did it.
Okay, and that did it for me with Mr. Greg.
All right, we're gonna go by your list next. So who do you have?
Okay, Jonathan. Jonathan showed up in a mask.
Hold on.
Mr. 6'9". Now he's a cutie.
Yeah.
But I think, when you come on these kinds of shows, to me, y'all ask for my opinion. To me, deal with your past. Because, deal with your joke that's in your trunk. Because he said he's still hurt from, when he was going on his prime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hurt from a lot of things, too. That's why I went on and wrote a book. However, man, excuse me.
Mom, I think the show just, they bigged it up. They bigged it up.
First of all, you coming with a mask. What you trying to hide?
Now, I will say this. When he mentioned about him and his wife divorcing, I was just like, I think, I want to hear her side. Because there's something, she just decided she didn't want to do.
What are you hiding,
buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say that he's hiding anything, but I will say, he said,
he didn't give me no real
No, he didn't give an explanation. He said, my wife just decided she didn't want to be with me anymore. Why?
Why?
That's important.
Do you think? Important. You know what I mean? Why?
What, Mom?
You know what I mean? Are you broke? What's going on, bro? Tell us the truth.
He is very handsome. But yeah, there's something going on there. I just feel like I need a bit more information. Who's next on your list?
Jordan. He's 61. He has 3 daughters. Okay.
I actually like Jordan. I think he's really hot.
Okay.
I think he's a cutie. I like him for Joan.
I need him to be more aggressive. Like, if you're coming on the show, first of all, if they had me on the show, if I'm on the show with some other bachelorettes, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to be, you're going to remember me after every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just sitting on here just meeting some bros and we chitting and chatting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here for that. Now, we might talk afterwards after I get my man. But you got to do something to stand out.
Yeah.
Sing a goddamn song or something.
Here's the thing. He has a very young, so Seth, a 60-year-old man with the name Jordan is strange.
Okay.
There's something about him very youthful. He has a youthful personality. He has a youthful name. He has a youthful voice. I don't think that he dates women in their 60s.
Okay, I think When you first seen him, you
I
said that. You said he
yeah.
think he dates women in their 50s,
Yeah, I think he dates. I would even say
49ish,
30s. I would even say 30. I think he dates young
younger women.
women. I think his wife. We also dated. We'll talk about Taylor Dane, but I think that's not his norm. I think that he is an older guy that's attractive, still very fit. Dresses nice. Can get somebody his age or younger. So I don't think. I think because of that, he doesn't work as much like to get the attention of a woman. So I feel like he is leading out more like a bachelor, like the bachelor, than he is like a contestant on the Bachelorette. You have to chase Miss Joan,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but I don't think he's used to that. So
But what
I
I'm finding out is a lot of them are auditioning for the Bachelorette.
the
For the
Golden
Bachelor.
Bachelor. Yep. It's a nice
Wow.
job. It's a prime position. Who's next on your list?
Michael, he's 63 and he's the CEO of a bank.
Nice. Where is Mr. Michael? With the freckles. What's that face? What
No
about it?
flair.
Um,
No flair. Uninteresting.
I will
You know
say
what I
he
mean?
does get lost in the sea of men.
Yeah, like a lot of them get lost. I mean, the first and second episode, there is some that I can still remember.
Yeah.
There's some that ain't gonna make it to the end, but you know them. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be on a little bit because they're making themselves, and their personality. Who is Michael?
Well, he probably has a big personality, but in a sea of all of these men with even bigger personalities, you shrink a bit. I think he's a sweetie, but I understand.
Yeah, but it's one catch. It's one catch. So you signed up for her or either to be the next bachelor, golden bachelor.
Yeah.
It's two jobs here.
Hmm.
He don't seem like he rallying for none of them.
Neither one. Lord, I'm sorry, Mr. Michael. You got to do a bit more.
You gotta come alive. Maybe it's because it's the first two, but by the first two, the Star family don't play no games. They don't play no games. It looked like he lost a lot of weight. I
In the
know
face.
he ain't on Ozempic.
Okay. And child, everybody on it, girl, but me and you.
But me and you. But I was on Ozempic, whatever it was.
Olympic. We took her right off.
No,
That's why I keep on telling y'all that's not nothing to play with.
yeah, the
That's
doctor
not
took
nothing to
me
play
off.
with.
Yeah, that's nothing to play with.
Who's next on your list?
Thomas, he's 62. He's the New York he's from the New York Fire Department.
For me, he's more like Michael. He got lost.
Yeah. The only thing that attracts me is that he's from the NY Fire Department.
Oh, good.
That's what. No, 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 no. I have great respect for them because they are firefighters in New York City.
Mhm.
Everybody lives up,
Yeah.
and you have to really risk lives and all that to go. So I have a lot of respect for him
Mhm.
because of that, and I thought that he would stick out. And plus, 9/11 will always stay with me with the
Mhm.
first responders. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? First responders does something for me, and with him being a first responder, I was looking for a spark and something for him to stand out. Listen, with some NY New York firefighter draws or something. Do something. You know what I mean? But I digress.
Girl, not first responders does something to you. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Who's next on your list?
And Gary. And Gary.
Mom,
Well, Gary.
mom,
And Tina Turner nephew, Gary.
mom. Be good.
I am. I just said Gary. Is he locking his hair?
I love his hair.
Okay.
No, I'll go first. I love Mr. Gary. I think he's cute. He's so adorable. He's so soft spoken. I
Yeah.
like him. I don't think that he is a good fit for Miss Joan. I think I see them more as like
Friends.
friends. I don't.
Friends.
I don't see anything more than that. But I like him. He gives me Pixar. He looks like a Pixar character. He just seems very sweet and wholesome. I like Mr. Gary.
I
Mama
like
Star.
Mr. Gary too. I really do. But
Tina
what I
Turner's
don't like,
godson.
Tina, I thought it was his nephew. Now it
No, it's Joan said godson. Mitchell was
got some. Okay, the thing now, Joan, I love her. God knows I love her, and everybody know I love her. But I don't like what she does with Gary.
like, what?
She keeps him in the friend zone. Everybody else, she done
He keeps
kicked up
himself in
down.
the friend zone.
No, everybody done kiss. She done kissed down everybody, but Gary. She
That's not on
reaches
Michelle.
in and hugs Gary.
That's not on her
Now,
though.
if we are trying to, hook up and lock up, why is we friends?
That's not on her. He's not making the right moves.
Yeah, so they give me girlfriends. I mean friends. They give me friends.
Mom,
Yeah, they give me friends
I
because
want you to come back. I want you to come back.
Gary is with the mess. You hear what I say? Gary is a lot. And I love his character. I like Gary too. I like Gary too. But he will not be with the last
Yeah,
rose.
he won't.
He
But wait,
won't have.
what? Now when we watched this, you was just like, is he auditioning to be the Golden Bachelor?
Yeah, because
I
I
don't
said
like
he will
that.
not be having the final rose.
Yeah, he won't. They so sad. Very, very fluffy, caked up and everything. Caked up and everything.
But she said, I like a man with some cushion. All right. Because he's caked. He's
And
caked.
that's the thing, Taylor. He's adorable. I like Mr. Gary.
Yes, he is adorable. Now, I mean, he's adorable. And you see the adjectives that we're using for Mr. King. He's caked up. He's fluffy.
He's
He's adorable.
adorable.
Adjectives are saying something.
No, they're not. We are just saying he's just such a sweetie. He's
A
such
teddy bear.
a teddy bear. Yes, he's a teddy bear. He's a Bernstein bear. I love
A
him.
Bernstein bear.
I love
Here
him.
go Gary. I love Gary too, but he will not be getting the final rose. And I hate to put, a damper in, you know what I mean, in people's choices or whatever. But he will not be having the final rose. But it's good TV because they keep on keeping him around.
I will
But
say
she
this.
don't even kiss him. And I love Joe.
She don't. She
She
don't.
grabs in for his she go for his shoulder and a hug.
Yeah.
I'm saying now, Joan, you could kiss up on
Gary.
him.
I
She
want her
don't
to
kiss
be. But mom, you
Gary. She don't she not dealing with Gary like that. She don't see him in the bed romantic and this and that and that and this. No, she does not.
but mom, that's not on her. That is on him. That's on him. Here's the thing. Mr. Gary,
Tina Turner's godson.
yes,
Gary Fickles.
I like him. I do. Here's the thing. I think that he needs to be more assertive with his attraction for Miss Joan. Because for me,
So Steph said if he's packing, she'll take.
yes,
If he's packing.
because
Well, I'm gonna tell you something about a thick man.
what?
So Steph.
Mom, be appropriate. Be appropriate. Oh my gosh. I will say this.
Sometimes
Mom,
they're a little short.
mom. Anyway,
But be like Ashante. She said, listen, if you work it, let me work it. Now ding down ding let me work it.
that was never said. Anyway, yes. Thank you. I can't believe the N and the H has to say this. Keep it PG. Anyway, I think
I am N and the H. I am keeping it PG because I could go further.
we know.
Listen.
and we have to ban you.
Ding dong, let me search it.
Mom, I think he has to be a bit more assertive with her.
If you gotta be, let me
Mom,
search it.
he's coming off as he's I feel like he's friend zoning himself and he's not being assertive with her. And I think it's also just his personality and his demeanor, the long, slow, small voice monologues. It's like you got to give a bit more. It's always Joan. How are you, Joan? Me and my brothers, we're all one. No, we're not here for that. You're here to let her know that you could lead her, that you could be her life partner. And I just don't feel like he's given that. I think he's friend zoning himself. I don't think that Joan is doing it. I think that's him.
I could get banned from the show.
Okay, so next on the list.
So let's move on.
Next on the list.
Pablo. He's 63.
Oh, Pablo. I just had his picture.
Mm-hmm.
There
Bye,
he is.
Gary.
He's cute. You don't like him? Mom, what's your beef with Mr. Pablo?
I don't have no beef. He's another one that talk to me nice. What are you doing? Why are you here? You know what I mean? You here for the bro meeting? Or are you here to get with the Bachelorette?
He is falling into, he's fading fast.
Yeah, like what? I mean, what you doing, son? Like, I mean, did they read the description of what this job was or what you was coming on being cast for?
I think it's just there's so many personalities, and you have to realize for a lot of them, for maybe all of them, they haven't done reality TV.
Okay.
So they're like, this is a new environment for them. And these are older men with good jobs who are still very conscious of that.
You know what they need to do though with the Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette? Those women from the Golden Bachelor and those men left over from the Golden Bachelor and left over from the Golden Bachelorette have a party, put all the people together and see if they match up. You know what I mean? Have something.
I think because they do that with the regular Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Yeah, they need to do something like that to see if we can find some love connections.
Some what?
Love connections.
Oh my God. Hey, baby, how are you?
Hi, my love.
Who's next on your list, Mama?
Bob. He's 66. He came in with the video camera. To me, he was weird. And he's always kicking around that he has a gay daughter. Now, what is he using that to weaponize himself or to make himself,
Mom, did your phone die? She did not charge her phone. We're on the wait for Mama Star to get back. But Bob, I think Mama Star used the wrong word and weaponize. I think she meant to say advertise, like using it as a way to get more screen time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mom, when you ever get back on here. But I think she's saying using that to get more screen time because he does mention that. Oh, she's back. Hold on. Mom, charge your phone. Hold on. Producer. Mommy's not on anymore. She said that something happened. Did her phone die? Let me go see. Check her phone.
I'm back on.
You're back on, Mom?
Yeah, Ethel called me.
Oh, I thought your phone. Mom, make sure your phone is charged.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
So Steph, can you hear me?
Yes. Mom, we can hear you. You have to make sure your phone.
Can you hear me, Nicole?
Yes. Can you hear me?
No.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to take you out. Come back in. Y'all love these lives. You're back. Can you hear? Toya's coming down to help you.
Can you hear me? You can hear me now? No, I can't hear you.
I didn't say it. Can you hear me now?
Take me out and bring me back in.
Please go downstairs and help her. So how's everybody doing?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Mom. All right, she's out. She's going to come back. We'll answer some questions. Oh, God. He sure did. He sure did. Oh, Lord. And I hold on. I love how she's calling out you. So, Seth, can you hear me? OMG. Welcome to a NikkiStar TV Live. It's always like this. I'm telling you, when I finally get at a place where I can like afford a whole technical crew, I'm paying them whatever they ask for. I hate doing this stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bring me back in.
You're back in.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Apple called me.
Oh, okay. I thought you weren't charging your phone. Can you make sure that your phone is charged?
My phone is plugged up to the charger. I'm very smart.
Okay. Well, Mom, do you make sure you're not accepting calls right now?
Yeah, I messed up when I tried to click her off or whatever, but I apologize, Star Family, and to the host. I apologize to the host. Back to Bob.
You're not on what you're supposed to do because you should have been down there helping her.
She took a call.
After 5 minutes. Mom, don't take any more calls.
Remove TIK.Star.
She got to say, she said, I am your technical person. I said, no, you're not. You're not doing a good job. Anyway, go back to Bob, Mama.
Okay, Bob, I feel like he's using his daughter, her sexuality for brownie points.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Thank you, just simply. Thank you, my love. I'm gonna tell you why, because everything he's talking about is around her and her sexuality. Oh, I got a gay daughter.
Mm-hmm.
That says nothing about you. Talk to me about you. That's your daughter. We could get into that later. He's just weird. He came with a video camera and weird. I guess he was trying to be different or stand out. Well, you gave me weird.
Okay.
So you did stand out.
Well, here's what I will say. I want you to give him a chance. Here's why.
Why?
I think the things about him that are weirding you out and annoying you are stuff that production told him to do. These men are not coming up with these ideas on how to intro themselves. This is normally production looking through their bio, saying, say more of this, say more of that. This is how you introduce yourself. So
I should know that, living with TV producers and all of that, and creatives. And
so for me, I feel like he's being coached. I think give him a few more episodes and let's see his personality. But it does to me seem like he was told that this is what's interesting about him. So this is what he needs to land on for the audience.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, I've got 25 lesbians. And I'm saying, what that got to do with anything? Who are you?
Oh, so it was him mentioning all the lesbians every time. Like,
yeah, I just feel like he's using that as a tool for him to get favor with the LGBT plus community. Mm-hmm. Not with Joan. Because
I think it's production telling him to say that to get favor with the LGBTQ community.
Okay.
That's what I think. Okay.
Well, you gotta give me a little bit more Bob, because we're
gonna get a bit more of Bob. Busola, thank you so much for the super chat.
Hey.
Oh my God, I got a super chat in my last video. I didn't acknowledge it. Oh Lord. Oh, if you were in this chat and I didn't acknowledge your super chat in my last video, I just thought about it. I will shout you out in the comments in that video. Thank you so much. Busola, thank you. Busola said, hey, Nikki and Momma Star, I love you the lives. I wonder how come the show didn't know about Devin's record if it was 2017. I don't know why either.
Somebody's getting fired.
I honestly think they dropped the ball on Jen all around. Yeah. All around.
Today's your last day.
Yes. Thank you, Busola. Who's next on your list, Mama?
Jack.
Oh Lord, Kenny Rogers. Let's bring him
Okay.
up.
Frank Sinatra.
Yes,
I did
I
it
did
my
my
way.
way.
Well, Jack didn't come on here for Joan.
No,
He didn't
not
come on here for Joan. I don't know if he's trying to be the next Golden Bachelor. However, he should not be because
yeah.
he needs a program, a AA program, because Jack came on, seemed like he had a few uh, too many drinks. He was a few shades in the wind when he got out the car. And then every time we switched to him, he had some drinks. Um, and he talks with a slur. And
Mhm.
when he jumped in that pool, I said, "Well, I hope he ain't drinking."
Cannonball.
I said, "I hope he have had no drinks because they may need
Listen,
a lifeguard."
Mr. Jack was drunk when he walked in.
Okay,
He
as a
was
skull.
drunk when he walked in, and he had a great time. I mean, he was at sleepaway camp for
Yeah,
seniors. He had a
yeah,
good time. He was there for a
yeah,
really good time. The only time he talked to Joan was to cook for her. And I will say
yeah.
this: the men were talking about how good his food is.
He's
I
a caterer.
yeah, he made some delicious food. And I will also say this: the men of this season, they are cooking. Do they have anybody making food for them? Because it seems like every time we see these men, they're feasting, and it's
They're
by
probably
their
giving
own
them
hand.
something to do because remember the women from the Golden Bachelor was saying they stand around a lot and they do this, so they're probably trying to improve
Yeah,
from the last. You take the pros and the cons and see what works.
yeah,
So they're probably trying to do something different to utilize their time when
yeah,
they're waiting, when they're doing other scenes. So that would be smart if that's what they're doing with
yeah.
that. However, he came to get some brews. You know
Yeah.
what I
He
mean?
just came to have
Just
a
sit
good
around
time.
with his cigars and his drinks.
And he did it my his way.
Yes.
I will say he was comic relief. He was just like Mr. Greg. He was absolute comic relief. But I don't think he meant to do this. But he absolutely advertised for his business when he made that dinner for Joan. My mouth
Okay.
was watering. I was like, oh, I need to try it. Share the recipe, Mr. Jack. Who's next on your list, Mama?
But that's a good plug. If you're gonna come on there and you know you're not gonna be chosen,
You
plug
might as
you.
well cook. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
You did a good
Um,
job.
yeah, because I wrote a book titled "I Decided to Laugh." Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, just like Mr. Jack.
Me and
I know
Jack.
that's right.
Anyway, the next person is Charles,
Which one? Black Mr. Charles or black Asian Mr. Charles?
our
I mean
Asian
Asian Mr.
guy.
Charles.
Our Asian
Um,
guy. I love him.
where is
But
he? He's not ready.
yes,
He's not
he's
ready.
not ready. And his daughter said, just get him on there, please,
They
maybe.
just want him to have fun. It
Because,
seems like
yes.
he's been. It seems like he's been sulking around the
It
house.
seems like
His
he's
wife had.
cries every day
He
at the
misses her.
passing of his wife. He misses her. He's not over her. He's not ready for Joan. He's not ready for this show. But his daughter said, "Dad, you got to do something so we can
Yeah,
live our life." And I don't know how long he was on the show, but I'm sure they had some comic relief or something with him being on here. He called them up and he said, "I love you." They was just trying to make sure he was still there and
yeah.
didn't leave.
You know what he gives me? He gives me another kid going away to sleepaway camp. That
Yeah.
that the camp counselors have to call the parents to tell him that everything's going to be okay. That's what the call was like with his daughters. They were
Yes,
oh,
yes.
having fun, and he's like, I'm
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yes, but he misses his wife.
He
He
does.
said, "I was the only one she ever had. I met her. We never been with nobody else, and she's never been with nobody else, and I miss her."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, but they can't give me too many more
Well, to be
episodes with him."
honest, they were each other's adult life.
Yeah,
They got
yeah,
married very young, so they were
yeah.
each other's adult life. Like they literally grew up
And he
together.
loved her. He loved her. He wasn't expecting her to leave so soon.
Yeah.
So he's going to be around for a little bit, but he's not looking for love.
Yeah.
It's just fun for him to be doing
Well,
something
I
different.
think his kids, like these kids, put him on
His
the show
kids put
to
him on the
encourage
show.
dad to live. Like,
Yeah, and
you gotta
encourage him to
keep
have
going.
some fun.
Yeah.
But he's meeting people. I hope after this that some of the guys will, they'll get together, or the show will encourage that they
Mhm.
get together or something, or do something where they bring all of them together and this and that and that.
Yeah.
But
I
he just needs some activities to start
yes.
living his
Yes.
life. I
I
don't
will
know if he'll ever get married again. I don't know if he'll
no,
ever
I don't
date
think so.
again, but he needs to do something for him so he can live. They
Yeah.
don't want to lose him, his
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
I'm interested to see where he will be when we get to the men tell all for this season. I
Yeah.
want to see how, because I feel like he's going to make friendships from this. And I think that's what he needs. It seems like
Yeah.
his wife
He needs
was his
friends.
wife, his life, and his friend. So
Yeah.
hopefully with these friends and, I'm interested to see what his personality is going to be like by the time we get to the men tell all. But
Yeah.
he has my heart. I love Mr. Charles, Mr. Asia Charles. Who's
Okay.
for your list?
A guy. He's the ER doctor.
Oh yes.
Well, Toya Stark really she said, "What's the deal with him?" I said, "Why did you say
You don't
that?"
like Mr. Guy?
That's what Toya Star said. I said, "Well, why? What's wrong with Mr. Guy?" She said, "It's just something. How come he's single and he's an ER doctor?" I said, "Well, I
Well,
don't
no, no,
know."
no, no. I remember watching this TikTok of a lawyer, a divorce lawyer, and she
Hmm.
was saying like surgeons, doctors, police officers, and it was one other job description. I think pilots. She was just saying that they get divorced a lot. They make terrible partners because they have a God complex.
Oh,
So it's really hard for someone to be with them when they are like they seem to be very selfish in relationships. So
oh,
that could be it. That
o-
could be it because he
okay,
does seem like the perfect catch. He does seem like the perfect catch. What are your
okay.
thoughts on him?
No, I just when Toy Star made that accusation, I just started looking at him. I didn't have anything.
Mhm.
When I said ER doctor, I just thought maybe he worked so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in the ER, you do work a lot of hours or
Mhm.
whatever. So I just thought maybe he worked. That's probably why he didn't have anybody. But yeah, yeah. That's what So Steph said. ER doctors are some of the busiest in the profession. So that's all I had. And I just I was just like, wow, he has time to be on this because, you know, mm,
He's busy all the time.
yeah.
Lives. Saving lives.
Okay.
I like him. I love the fact that he's very in tune with his emotions. I don't think that him and Miss Joan are going to work.
They will
I like this journey for him because
to loosen him up.
to loosen him up and to have fun because he was crying at the elimination and he was just like, this is my time, I'm happy to be here, like this is for me, and now
Hmm.
I'm really starting to think that this is something that I can do. I'm supposed to be here. It's my kids are growing up. This is my time. So I think for the first time in a really long time for him, he's doing something just for him outside of work,
Hmm.
outside of being, a father. He's doing something for him and just realizing that in this moment that it's about me finally. So I like him. I'm interested to see him on this journey. I don't see him and Miss Joan going
No,
the distance.
no.
Who's next on your
Um,
list?
Charles K.
Mr. Charles. Let's bring him up. Oh, so many guys to get through. Charles K. I have to bring him up. Stream.
Anyway, he was corny to me. He came in with this cane, and she was like, "Oh my
I
gosh!"
like
And then he
that.
did his push-ups. I
I
said,
like
"Oh,
that. He was showing her that he's strong. He
mm."
gives. I don't. Let me look at his bio. Is he a
And
former?
I don't know if production told him to do that, but I would have told them no. I'm a cooler guy than that
I'm
because that
trying.
didn't come off well for me.
I liked him. He looks like a former. I thought he was a former athlete. He looks like it. He gives me that. He gives me NBA. He gives me like there's something about him. I'm just like you're a former athlete. I like Black Mr. Charles. I like
I
him.
would date him. I would date him, but I didn't like his interest. His
You didn't like
interest.
his entrance, but you like him. I
I
know
would
that's
date him.
right. I know that's right. Who's next on your list?
Ken. He's 60. He want to be the star.
You think so?
Yeah. Why did I put that down?
I don't know because I didn't have anything about him. He just
Me neither. I didn't put that down for him. Sorry about that. He kind
okay.
of like faded to the black too.
He's another one that faded to the back. I
Hmm.
don't. And his picture bio is different. So something is up with him and Mr. Greg. I don't know why their pictures are different, but there's a reason there.
Okay.
There is a reason.
Well,
Who's
I'm not
next?
gonna spend no time
No,
on
I don't
him.
have any notes for him. Who's next?
Dan.
Oh, I like Dan. Girl dad. I like
Yes.
Dan. What are your thoughts?
Well, let's see what Dan's going to do. Let's see what Dan is going to do. You know what I mean? He's in the running. Um, oh, I know what I wrote about Dan. He has the tremors.
Yes. Oh, that's in the second episode. We're just
Okay.
getting to the first one right now.
Okay, well Dan,
I like
he is a girl dad. He's a girl dad. Yeah, we'll deal with him later. So let's
him.
move on.
He's
Um,
girl dad and he's a sweetie. I like him. Who's next on your list?
Christopher. He's 64. He's a black guy.
He's handsome.
And he didn't give much. He just kind of like blended in with everybody else. And as a black man, I wanted him to be more aggressive. I wanted him to stand out more. Um, like Gary did. I wanted him to, he's a
You think
black man.
Mr. Gary stood out?
No, I'm saying Gary, Teddy Bear Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did, his presence. You know Gary when you call his name. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I thought that Christopher should have gave me a little bit more. But he
Okay.
didn't. He never got he wasn't on the group date or he wasn't on the one-on-one. And he just sitting there with the bros, drinking coffee,
It's,
drinking
but this
wine,
happens
whatever.
all the time. The men have
Yeah.
more fun with each other and forget
Hmm.
that they're here to pursue the bachelorette.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
happens all the time. All the time. Who's next on your list?
RJ. He's 66. He's 6'5". He said he got blue eyes.
Yeah, he keeps on running with that blue eyes thing. I'm like, if we need
No.
a magnifying glass, I wouldn't.
Okay. Because I didn't see it. He said he got blue eyes. I didn't see it.
Miss Joan didn't see it either. She was
Okay.
like, okay, why would you enter? Why would you enter with that?
Hmm.
I don't know what he was seeing that we didn't see. Maybe in the sun, they're blue.
Hmm.
I didn't see it. I did not see it.
Next is Gil, Bill, and David.
We talked about Gil.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about Gil.
We
Well,
straight in order, Gil. We
yeah,
talked about him at
Bill.
the
We
beginning.
got Bill and David. No, no.
David, the rancher who let his horse get away.
Yeah.
Who else outside of Gil? Gil, David, and
Um,
who else?
Keith.
Oh, he's
He's
a front runner.
62. Yeah.
The giant, the jolly giant is a front
Yeah.
runner.
He came with a station wagon, an old station wagon.
And Miss Joan loved it.
Yes, she did.
Loved it.
He's one of them. He give me the thing like Bobby Brown. He gave Whitney Houston a little small diamond to see if she really loved him or whatever, and then he gave her the 7 carat. That's what I took from that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna come in this to see if, you know, if she checking for me, if she feeling for me. You know what I mean? Then I, pull up in the Bentley or the
Oh,
Rolls.
girl, I did not get that. I got that he was being reminiscent with Joan, Miss Joan. And
Mm,
she liked that. She liked
yeah.
that. She liked that. Oh my God, so
What's so? Keith is not for me yet.
we love him.
No, she said he's not for her. So loves she loves Gary.
Yeah, she said
Pickles.
he's like a man with some cushion.
Yeah, with some cushion.
Who's next on your list?
Last but not least is Mark. Mark is 57. He's Kelsey's dad.
The hottest guy there, in my opinion. The hottest guy there.
And then Joan said to Kelsey, "You could call me mom."
Yeah.
That was a little something. I said, "Ooh, ooh, ooh."
And she likes him. She likes
Yes.
him.
However, he's not healed.
Well, neither is she, Mom.
No, she's more healed than he is. He's not
You
healed.
don't think that he's ready?
No.
Oh.
But if she's willing to nurse that, but he's not healed from his
Mhm.
wife. And his daughter wants him to move on with his life.
Yeah. Because she's, the
You
age
know,
been them too since her mother passed. And
yeah,
now
he's only
she's in a
57 years
relationship.
old.
Yeah.
He's a young guy.
He's a young guy. But now she's in a relationship and she's like, okay, Dad, well, I'm out of the house and I'm living my life.
Yeah. Now
It's
you
not,
got to live your life because I
yes.
can't worry about you.
Just like Mr.
But
and Charles' kids. They're all doing the
yeah,
same thing. Like,
yes,
we love you,
yes,
but
that,
we
yeah.
want
But
to go on with our
he's
lives too.
57. He looks like he's 67. He's handsome.
He's handsome.
He's handsome.
But this is a
But
very mature
stress is
discussion.
something, worry is
Yeah.
something, sadness, grief is something.
Mm-hmm.
It can rob you. And I want him to live because she likes him.
Mm-hmm.
She likes him. She said, "You could call me mom." I said, that's telling you something right there. That's showing you she wants this is for you.
Yes. This
She
is
said,
for
"You could
her.
call me mom." Because honey, I like a little young boy.
Oh
Yes.
Lord.
Yes. Yes. Can I sit on top of you? Yes. Come on.
All
Yes.
right. All right.
Yes. That's
Let's
Beyonce. Y'all love
yeah,
Beyonce.
we love Beyonce. Let's get move
But
on.
when I say it is, oh.
Let's move on to the episode. I will say this about the episode: the men outdid themselves. They really,
Okay.
really did.
Mm-hmm.
I think although the entrances weren't that great, I will say from what I have seen in the Bachelor and their entrances, I like the fact that these men not only outdid themselves and outdid the Bachelors, the regular Bachelor show entrances. What I also liked is that they really learned about Miss Joan,
Mm-hmm.
and they came in with an entrance that was really, you could tell that they were listening to conversations,
Mm-hmm.
and even if this was production putting this together, I liked it because everything was something that she could relate to, or a memory, or an interest that she had.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they were
Mm-hmm.
really, really thoughtful, and I just liked how
Mm-hmm.
they were really about her. Now I feel like
Mm-hmm.
these men, I feel like these men were casted for the show and auditioned for the show, knowing that she was going to be the Bachelorette and really wanting to be with her.
Yes,
How
yes,
do
yes.
you feel?
I agree. I agree. I think these some of these guys that I kind of like pulled out, I think some of them really is looking for love and they really like Joe.
Yes.
I do. I think she already picked somebody in
Hmm.
her mind, but she wants to. She's a good sport. She want to go through everything,
Hmm.
and I'm not mad at her for that. But some of the guys, I don't think they're doing their homework, or maybe they don't know how, or maybe they're older and they're stuck in their ways. They don't know how to,
Especially
you know.
for Asian Mr. Charles, right? It's
Mr.
how,
Charles is not. Don't
wait,
talk
how does
about
he start
him.
dating?
That's my little teddy bear.
Yes, your teddy bear. But
Yeah.
again, for somebody who's been with one person his
Hmm.
entire adult life,
Hmm.
how do you start dating after that?
Yeah, and they done been together for since 19 Neverwary. They've been together, and he don't know how. First of all, he's an Asian man, and they're pretty much put together as kids. You know what I
No,
mean?
I would not. No, you're not going to say that Asian people do arranged marriages.
Some of them do.
Some, but I don't think that this is the situation.
Well, as old as Mr. Charles is, they probably put them together.
I wouldn't say.
Whatever the case may be,
No,
I'm not going to
I won't
argue
say
with that
that.
because I
Thank
don't know and I don't want to offend anybody in the Asian culture. However, they have been together since they was in
you.
the playpen.
Okay.
and he doesn't know how. He doesn't have that swag to move past that. He's a person that will probably never date the rest of his life
Yeah.
because his heart is locked into love with her.
Yeah.
And with men, some men don't know how to go about it. Like us women, we know how to get back with it.
Yeah.
Some men don't know how to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing wrong with them, but some of them are not aggressive in this area like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a woman got to come on to the man to
Yeah.
get, to get his engine started. You know what I mean? If you see Mr. Charles, he was him and Joan was playing basketball. He was just having fun. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't looking at her in a different way. I love to see what's going to happen in episode 3 and 4 with Mr. Charles. I
Asian one,
want to,
black one.
huh?
Asian Mr. Charles.
The Asian Mr. Charles, to see how he, to see if he, warm up to the feeling that he's on a dating show.
Yeah.
Because he's on a dating show and his kids encourage him and he's good TV and the casting did a great job by casting him. And I hope this will ignite him to at least try to live.
Yeah.
Because he's not living. He's so daggone sad. I said, well, wait a minute, I'm about to cry.
Yeah. He is. He's
You
so.
know what I mean? He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He really, really is. So it's interesting because some men aren't aggressive. That they lost their wife and they've been married for so long, you know, um, they really don't know how to go. I'm gonna tell you a funny story, not a funny story. I'm gonna tell you a story about something. We know this guy who he lost his wife while he was young, while they were young, and he lost his wife, and he didn't know how to start dating. He's a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know how to get back into the dating pool. And what happened was there was a woman at his job that just started helping him through things. I don't know if she was trying to um date him or whatever, but she was helping him try to get through things, and you know what I mean? And I don't think she started out liking him, but
Mm-hmm.
I think she just started helping him to do other things. And they wound up falling in love and getting married, but he needed that jump start
Yeah.
because he didn't know where to start at. He was like lost. He lost his wife. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what a lot of men, they don't know how to get back out. If you're in love and you're with this partner and you've been working with this part, I'm not talking about Cardi and Offset. I'm talking about if you're really in this thing and y'all working together, y'all been through thick and thin, it's years in, y'all love each other, y'all traveling, the kids is out the house, now it's time for us, that kind of thing. Some men don't know how to bounce back. That's why a lot of them, their kids hooked them up. The first Golden Bachelor, Gary, his daughters told him, come on. Now you
Yeah.
got, but see, I ain't even gonna get into that because he had a lot going on. But a lot of these men that's on this show, their daughters or their kids say,
Mhm.
you need to start living.
A lot of the men on the show are girl dads.
Yeah.
A lot of the men.
And their daughter said you need to start living. So I'm interested to see Mr. Charles and a lot of the other ones that's just sitting on the couch in there.
I
Like
know.
y'all done came from y'all couch at home to sit on the couch in here, to have a barbecue.
I know. Well, let's
So
circle back to Mr. Keith because in episode 1,
mhm.
he gets the first impression rose. How do you feel about that?
um
You are
I
not feeling him.
I disagreed with her with that, but she got to start somewhere.
I agreed with her because she liked that he was attentive. The thing about it is, and you called it out, the men are not assertive. He was
Mm-hmm.
assertive with her.
Well, he was.
He was attentive to her. He made
Yeah.
her feel chosen. And
Okay.
she liked that. And she said that about him. So
Mm-hmm.
when he got the first impression rose, I said, oh, of course. The Jolly Giant
Mm.
got the first impression rose. Of course he did.
Well, he has a big
He
personality.
does. He does.
He has a big personality, and he's not afraid. You know, like a
Yes.
lot of them, they're looking at him. It seemed like some of them were getting lessons
Yeah.
on how to do this thing.
He's a leader. He leads out.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes,
And
he
she
did.
liked it. She
But
was
he's
attracted
not
to
going
that.
to be the chosen one. He's not going to get the final role.
Oh, really?
Now,
Well, I'm gonna at the end of episode 2, I'm gonna ask you who you think because it seems like you already have your people. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think you already got your people.
mm-hmm.
I really loved in this episode when all the kids showed up on the screen. I thought that was so sweet. Mr. Dan could not stop
I
crying when he
know.
saw his
You know
daughter.
what, Mr. Dan, he's too much for me.
He loved them girls. He
He
loved them
loved them
girls.
girls. I think he's really starting to live now,
Yes.
and Mr. Dan is a lot. Like I need tissues with Mr. Dan.
Yeah. He just gets my heart.
And go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to go to the rose ceremony. Did you want to add to that?
No, go ahead. I'll
Okay.
save mine here.
Well, now we get to the rose ceremony for this episode. I think Mr. Jack being kept by there's no way she didn't even talk to him. They had there no, she did talk to him. I think he made her something on the first episode,
Mm-hmm.
but there was just not much. It was always giving friend vibes. I think the producers told her to keep him. I don't.
Well, yeah, he was good TV.
Yeah, I don't think she would have kept him in the episode.
He's good TV. He showed up with a pink jacket on, singing Frank Sinatra.
And he did it.
You need him.
Eliminated from this show was Ken. Bye bye, Ken. Nobody's shocked by that, unfortunately. Also eliminated was. You had nothing to say about him. He said, I don't even remember him. And also RJ. RJ got the boot. Blue eyes, who actually has brown eyes, but you can't tell him that. You can't tell him that. Okay, let's get into episode 2.
Okay.
You can lead off with this because
we'll start with the prom.
No. I wanted to start off with the diva, your bestie,
Pascal,
and his laundry. His laundry. First of all, he was going through the mansion and he was just like, "Where is everybody sleeping? We're sleeping in the same room." He said, "I don't live like this."
Yeah, he said, "I sleep naked."
He said, "I sleep naked. I don't live like that. Where's my closet? Where am I going to put my things?"
Yeah,
he's like, "I have to share a closet." He's such a diva.
Oh, honey,
diva. Okay,
let me tell you one thing. Yeah, he said, "Listen, I don't know where y'all came from. This Boy Scout."
Yeah, but I don't do this.
He said, "But I
got money. I got money."
Yeah. He said, "What? Where am I going to live?"
Yeah,
I'm sleeping where? And I'm sleeping in a room with? Where am I going to live? Honey.
He walked into the mansion clenching his pearls.
Yeah, cutie patootie. Their feet don't touch the ground.
He was like, "What? Where am I staying?"
And he started putting his clothes away. In that little piece, he might ask them. He might ask them, "Release me."
Yeah, he's a diva. He can't live like that.
He probably said, "This is
slumming it." He don't live.
This is a small budget show because
Mr. Pascal don't live like
prissy.
This.
He's prissy. He's prissy. So Mr. Pascal say, "Listen, I'm not going to live below my means
at all," and I respect it. I respect it.
Me too. He said, "And who does the laundry? I don't do my own laundry."
Oh, yeah. When he asked that question, I was just like, "Oh, these guys have never done reality TV."
Okay. He said, "Who's doing laundry? Because I have some laundry."
Greg was like, "You have to do your own laundry," and he was like, "Oh no, you can do it. You can do it."
Here's my drawers. Here's my drawers.
And Greg got his $100. Mr. Greg got his $100.
And that get them $100 sometimes. Sometimes some money ain't good money because that got him a ticket out.
It sure did.
Because I'm not picking you and you washing a man's drawers. Then that's just not for
He
no.
wasn't there for her
You
anyway.
can't explain that to me, no way. And when Joan seen his bed, she said, "Oh, I knew that was yours."
That Diva don't play.
Okay, she said, "Oh, I knew that was you."
Let's move on to the first group date, which was a
The
prom.
prom.
Aiden,
I like that.
I loved it. It was so beautiful.
It was
I
fun.
loved it.
It was reliving some things, you know what I mean? It was just fun. They
It-
showed pictures of them when they was back in the day, and it was just a lot of fun, and I liked it. I wasn't mad at them picking
yeah,
that
yeah.
event to do.
And you
I
could
really,
tell
really
they were
wasn't.
really excited about it. They were all so
Yes.
pretty. They
Yes.
were
No
all
one was
reminiscing.
complaining
Yeah,
about it or anything, and they just followed instructions. It
yeah.
wasn't like a men's competition either.
Well, I will say with these men, they became a brotherhood immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, yeah.
Immediately, and
And
they
they
were all
respect,
just chipping in and
I
having.
feel like they respect one another
They
in their
do.
space.
They do. They
I
do.
just need them to be a little more aggressive. You
A
coming in
little
here
bit
for a
more.
woman.
Yes, they all
They're
need to.
coming in here for a
They're
woman.
aggressive with the brotherhood. They need to be aggressive with pursuing
Aggressive. Yes,
Miss
yes.
Jones. But I thought
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like again, production knocked it out the park with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Mm-hmm.
loved it. It was just really well thought out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we have our lead for this episode
Jonathan.
because he says we in his confessional he says he didn't go to the prom, and then we find out he didn't go to the prom because he was the only he said I went to
He
a
was the
school,
only black guy in the
the
school,
only black guy in
small
the school,
Catholic school.
small Catholic school, and who he asked, I guess who he asked who said yes decided not to go, so he couldn't go because apparently since he was the only black guy, he
Okay.
wasn't getting any play. So that was his sob story. So we
So
go.
with Jonathan being 61, the
Mhm.
time, I'm going to take you to the time.
Okay, break it down.
So the girl that he actually probably liked him,
Mm-hmm.
but couldn't go out with him
Yeah.
because of race.
Mm-hmm.
And she probably, asked her parents, and it probably was something with, it was too much for that. That would have been just a big talk of the town. And I think her parents said no.
Yeah.
Because she probably liked him. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. Every other race love us.
Period.
You know what I mean? And he wasn't no bad looking dude.
He still isn't. Still
No.
very attractive.
And so what probably happened is, with that being a racial thing, because he's not going to tell you really what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And with him, his heart was broken because they probably loved each other or had a little affair or something that was secret that they couldn't go open with. And
Mm-hmm.
he asked her to the prom, and she told him yes, but
Mm-hmm.
her parents probably said, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So a few days before, she had to tell him the truth,
Mm-hmm.
and it broke his heart, and he just didn't go.
I would be surprised if she actually showed up and he
I
just
would love that.
yeah.
And tell this story. I
No,
would
no,
love
I
if
wasn't talking about
production could do that. Oh, that would take it over the top.
but
But
that's not what I meant, but that would be good. But I was
yeah,
saying I think she probably still went to prom, just not with him.
yeah,
He
not with
doesn't
him.
know because he didn't go.
He didn't go. He didn't go. Yeah, I think she still went, but her family said that she
Yeah,
couldn't go with him.
go with
So
him.
he couldn't really get into that with
Mm-hmm.
the temperature of the world, and
Yeah,
it's a fun show, so you really couldn't get into that. But he talked about it, and he still had trauma from that. So
yeah.
with them having this prom was really good for him
Mhm.
because he was able to go. He showed his weirdness because he didn't have on the shirt. Because when he first came with the not shirt, I said, okay. But then I said, okay, let him be original. Let him do what he did. You know what I mean? He was the only black child back then, and he developed his personality from that. And I said, well, okay, let him go. And he took her out on the dance floor and all that first and all of that. And I like that. I like that. I like that they gave him that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They helped him with that. I really like that they allowed him
It was
to
just
have that.
it was really sweet. It was so endearing. When he became the prom king, he was just like, this is my first.
He cried.
Yeah, he said this is my first prom, and I'm the prom king.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're really pulling at the heartstrings.
Oh, they doing it.
They're
They doing
really
it.
pulling
They
at the
doing it.
heartstrings.
Yeah,
This
they're
was
doing
really,
it.
really good. And then
He's not going to be the Bachelor. He's not going to
I
be
don't think so.
the final rose, but he's going to he's going to go for a little long. You know, he's going.
I think he's going to go for a
go
long
the distance.
I think he's going to go for a long time. I think he is going to
Mhm.
go the distance. I agree with you there. I do think he's in the running to
But
be.
he's not going to get the final rose.
No, he won't get the final rose. But I think he's in the running to be the golden
He's in
Bachelor.
the running. And he did something that I did not like.
What did he do?
He licked his lips and then kissed her. I would have told him no soggy lips. Now that's what you're not going to do.
He probably would. You know, he was probably checking to see if his lips were moist. Mom.
No, you don't do that. You don't give me your spit. I'm not hugging you.
Lord.
He licked his lips and then went in for a kiss with her.
Sure did.
Oh no, I said, oh no. Now I would have had to say,
no, I will say this: she's attracted to him.
Oh, she is.
He is attracted every time.
But he's not going to get the final rose.
He's not going to get the final rose. But if you watch,
and it's not because of race.
No, I don't think so either.
Oh, because honey, she could put a couple on him.
No, I'm telling you, if you watch, like, because I was observing,
he's cute. I would date him.
We know, Mama.
Mm-hmm. So Jonathan, hit me up.
Oh gosh, if you watch, it like if they're like filming another, it's like somebody else is the focus of the scene. Joan is always reaching for him.
Yeah,
she's always reaching for him.
Joan likes him.
She likes him. She's always holding on to him.
He's not going to get the final rose, and he likes white women.
Yeah, he does. Listen, it's been on him since he was a kid.
Okay. He was raised up with them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
not mad at him for his preference either.
I don't think, that's what I think. I think he grew up in that's his formidable years. Yes. So you raise him in a white neighborhood, you send him to a white school.
And that's who he's attractive to.
What do you think is going to happen? So,
Yep.
Love is love. Have your fun. But it's not working out with the white women. It's not working.
Women like him back.
No, I said I don't think that they don't like him back. I think it's just not working out. It's not working out.
Yeah, because he had a little situation that he ain't talk about either, because the kids is half and half too.
Oh yeah, them kids. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Kids have a white mother.
The kid's mother. There's something else there. So they better do background checks. There's something else there, and I mean background checks. Like, check with her first. See what she's saying on Facebook.
Yeah,
y'all make him your bachelor.
Oh, they definitely are. Ain't no waters in here with no water. We're in the refrigerator.
We're in the ghetto. Why would you put your setup right there by the fridge? Anyway,
I like my cheers.
You like your cheers, your bar cheers. Anyway, I will say this prom thing, they nailed it to the T, because
they did.
While you
great idea. Whoever came up with this, great idea.
They nailed it to the T, because while you have Mr. Jonathan being a prom king, reliving his prom, then they cut to Mr. Asian Charles sitting there sad because he misses his prom date.
Yes. But he got out on the dance floor.
He did eventually. And I love that. I love that they were taking him out of his shell. I love that everybody was just having a really good time.
Yeah, and they did. They had, Joan was the prom queen, but everybody had fun with her.
Yeah.
Even Gary.
Mom, first of all, he had the best prom outfit for me.
Yes, he did. Now, wait a minute. Now, Gary know how to dress.
He's a dresser. He knows how to dress. He takes care of his hair very well. He's really well put together. And the grandkids love him. They love Papa Bear.
Okay, Papa.
They love him.
They love Papa.
They
went and got Taylor Dane.
That's what I was going to bring up. I also love that they had Taylor Dane, and she was singing all of her hits. Tell it to my heart.
And wait a minute, she's trying to get bookings.
Well, listen, this is a huge platform for her.
Yeah.
A huge platform, and she looks great. The new surgeon in Hollywood, he or she is doing the Lord's work. She looks great.
Yes, she does.
First of all, she looked too young to be singing at this prom.
Okay, and plus, it's not what the surgeon is doing. She's healthy. She was moving and all of that. Oh, she was doing it.
Well, she was dipping into doing it because she was in front of her ex, Jordan.
Okay.
I
Because
was,
I said, they is a little messy here, too.
but he had to remind her that they dated. I said, I know that's right, Taylor. He
Okay.
was just like, you are.
No, he didn't have to remind her,
She knew.
honey, because when you come back, you act like you don't know him.
Period. Period. But she looked great.
Mm-hmm.
They did a really good. This was good.
They did.
We will give you your
I
10.
think they sat down at the table and they dealt with, because the Golden Bachelor was their first one out of the chute. So whatever, they seen where they can improve, and plus they have a woman. And Joan was great. You called it. You said that she would be the Golden Bachelorette. And I believe they chose the right person. She looks good. I mean, listen, she wearing her heels. I said, girl, you better have on your heels. I love that. Always be a lady at all times. And she giving them a run for their money.
She is. She
Mm-hmm.
is. So we got Taylor Dane. That was so good. That
Mm-hmm.
was so good. Um,
Oh, and I wanted to talk about this. And even from the prom or whatever, they spiked the punch.
oh yes. They
I
they
like
hit
that.
all the prom themes. They hit
Yes, they
all the
spiked
prom
the punch.
themes.
I said, well, all right.
They
You
did
better
good.
loosen us up here. And then the next thing after they had
Mr.
the punch,
Asian Charles was on the floor.
you know what I mean? And then we had a break dancing.
We did.
I said, well, y'all better spike the punch.
They had fun. It was good. It was really,
Mm-hmm,
really good.
mm-hmm,
The first 101 date goes to Mr. Chalk.
mm-hmm.
I absolutely love this date. I absolutely loved it. It was again, they drove home the theme
Mm-hmm.
that Miss
The
Joan is the
princess.
princess. And
Yeah.
she's looking for her Prince Charming.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Keep on
I'm gonna
hitting
tell
the
you
theme.
something. I love this whole whatever scene it was, and how they whatever the idea was at Disney World and all of that. And um I love that. I just would have preferred, now Chalk was a good date.
Mhm.
My choice would have been Mark for this date. But Chalk, he delivered. He delivered. I didn't want him, but he delivered. He was definitely a gentleman. He looked good with Joan, and they had fun.
Why would you have chosen Mark for this date?
Because she likes Mark.
I think she likes Mr. Chuck too.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's my opinion.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I will say this. I love their date. I love them driving home.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Chuck, I will say, when he was telling his story, see, this is the thing. When they tell the stories about how their relationships didn't work out, it's
Mm-hmm.
never them.
Yeah.
It's never them. And they just,
Mhm.
just didn't, And I'm like, well, what? You have to let her know what happened. So she
Yeah.
made that decision, because she's
Yeah.
a widower. She would still be with her husband.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You made a choice
To
or your
leave
partner
or
made a choice.
whatever. Yeah.
Yes. So let's
He
reveal
said,
what that is.
and didn't he say, wait a minute, didn't he say they didn't work, him and his wife, and then he was with somebody else and
Yes,
she
and she
died.
passed away.
He
Yeah.
was with a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend for 9 years.
Yeah. Mom. I don't think that's nothing to hold over his head. I'm just saying the way he talks about the ex, I'm just like,
No, that gave me an indication that he don't want to get married.
oh, really?
Yeah, because you have me holding on to you. Okay, you and your wife divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And now you don't want to get married, but I could sleep in the bed next to you for 9 years,
Mm-hmm.
until I just got tired of that and I just went on to glory.
Oh no, okay. Okay.
And now here you go with this woman. So that would make me think, if I was Joan,
Mm-hmm.
you a player. You're not ready for what
Yeah,
I'm
I
ready
think he's
for.
leaving out some stuff, and I just want
Yeah.
a bit more
Yeah, of course he left out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
I really like him and her energy, but this just gave me pause. I was like,
Hmm.
we need to talk about why that
This
relationship.
is a red flag to me.
Yeah, we need to talk about why the relationship didn't
Hmm.
work.
Hmm.
And then I'm not going to say that when he was speaking about his ex who passed away, something about how he was speaking, I
Hmm.
was just like,
Yeah, I got that too.
is something going, like there's
You
something
trying to cry?
my women's intuition is telling me
Yeah.
something about him.
Hmm.
It's telling me something of that.
Her
And honestly,
son,
I would not have seen it had it not been this date.
yeah, her son came and called me and told me, boy,
So it's something about
that
he's leaving something out.
yeah, and that would be my deal breaker.
Yeah.
That would be my
He's
deal
leaving
breaker.
something out. It's something going on there. He's leaving it
Yeah.
out. But their date was
Their
beautiful. I
date was
loved it.
beautiful. Their
And then at
date was
the end,
beautiful.
the fireworks in front of the Disney castle,
Hmm. He
beautiful.
looked nice. He was dressed to a T. She was dressed in her
Yeah.
Cinderella
They look good. I mean, they look good
princess
together.
dress.
They look good together.
Hmm.
Something is a bit off.
But I'm not sold on them as a couple.
Yeah, same. Let's get into the talent show.
Okay.
I will say the diva know how to cut some hair. The diva did a great job cutting that wig. The great
Yes, but
job.
the diva is a diva.
The
And
diva,
the diva, I don't know if the diva trying to get followers.
oh, something.
Whatever the diva came on here for, he didn't come on here for Joan.
The
And
diva
I'm not
know how to
saying
cut
he's
a wig.
not gay. I don't think he's gay, but he came on there for, likes, or he's gonna have a business, or he wants people to come to his business. It's something like that. He ain't on there for Joan.
Yeah.
Listen,
But to show
because
to
he's
show
too
his
prissy.
talents.
Huh?
To show his talents.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
I was like, oh wow, you cut that in a couple seconds. You did a great
yeah.
job.
Yeah, and Joan was like, "Oh, he could cut my hair." So now she got a stylist, but he's not gonna be her man.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's a
yeah,
good
and he cut it good, just standing there. I
Yeah.
mean, he just cut it. It wasn't on nobody's head, and nothing. He did a great job.
I see why he charged $175. Lonnie
Yeah,
Love was just like, well, I won't be going to him.
yeah. Well, Lottie need to shut up with that wig that she just plopped on. I was so mad at her because she didn't even cut
The
oh
lace.
the
Okay.
lace. Oh, I
The
was
lace.
just pissed with her.
Let's move on to Mr. Dan. This is the performance you wanted to talk about. I think that this pushed him straight to the top because he was fun and I don't think he made light of the situation, but he found a way to speak about it that was comfortable for him. And he made some jokes, and it really won Miss Joan over. What do you think?
Dan,
I thought you
um,
had positive. This is Trimmers.
love Dan,
With the
love Dan,
things.
love Dan,
It
love
was
Dan, love
true.
Dan, love Dan. But when he started talking about his health issues, listen, honey, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Like, then I'm not a nurse. And I don't want to be a caregiver. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not the one for you because I'm ready to, I'm flying around the country. I'm ready to have some fun. Like my husband told me to move on and to live my life.
I think
Now
he's at
she's
the
going
same
into
place
no, her
though.
husband was sick and she's still by her husband. Now
Oh,
Dan is sick. He said that he gonna tell her that the doctor had gave him so many months to live. Oh no, I would have said, oh, I
you know
can't.
what? I
It's
feel
too
bad. I
heavy.
never thought about it like that.
Yes, I had to take care of my husband and then he died. Now I'm gonna get you. You told me you got diabetes. You
I never.
almost had this and this, you almost died. They gave you an end date. You got tremors. Like I love
Oh,
you.
I
I'm
never
gonna
thought about
introduce you
that.
to somebody. I'm gonna introduce you to somebody that wants to take care of a man. But
I
I just took care of a
love.
man. I can't do it again.
Yeah, I
I
never thought
can't.
about it like that.
Yes, and
I,
he wants.
I felt like because he was supposed to no longer be here, and he's getting a second chance. That's why he said it. He said that's why I'm so emotional about my daughters because I wasn't supposed to be here to experience these days with them.
Cries when he talks to him on the
He
phone like
love them girls. He love them
that's
girls.
too much. That's too much. I lost my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to take care of my husband. My husband just said he wasn't feeling good one day, and then they said he had this, and then I just watched him evaporate and
I never thought about
expire.
that.
And now you're telling me all this sickness. I don't want to send you home, but I'm gonna introduce you to somebody
Yeah. And
because you need
that's a good
you need
perspective. I never
yeah.
thought about that.
Yeah, I'm living. My husband said, live, meet somebody and live. Don't sit here and do this. And I'm not going to do this. And I didn't come on here for this. I love you. I would have kissed him on his forehead and told him to go
Send
ahead.
him home.
Because, no,
Send him home.
no.
I never thought about it like that. So that's a good
Mm-hmm,
perspective. And this is why we do this.
mm-hmm.
Um, I
He
like
said he wanted to live, he wanted to laugh, he wanted to have fun. And I agree. Live, let you decided to laugh, laugh, have fun, live your life. But I can't take that on. That's too heavy for me.
yeah, I will say that. This is the last thing I want to talk about, Mom, and you can lead out with whatever you want to talk
Mm-hmm.
about in this episode. But Miss Joan has had a lot of kisses. She's kissed a lot of men.
Mm-hmm.
The way she kissed Mr. Mark in this episode,
Okay.
she's hot for him.
Okay.
Hot for, and she kept on pulling him in. He leaned in to kiss her and pulled back. She pulled him in two more times after that kiss.
Yes. And you could call me mom. And you could call me mom.
She likes him. What do you want to
Yes, she
say about this
do.
episode?
She does. She likes Mark. And she let y'all know from the beginning she gonna see everybody out.
Mhm.
Mark is gonna be there for a long time.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. I
Mark
feel like
gonna be there.
if he doesn't win this, it's because he's self eliminated.
Yeah. But Mark's gonna be there. I wanted to just talk about the barbecue.
Okay.
Um,
I'm telling you, they're all fantastic chefs. It's amazing they
yeah,
got all these men
yeah,
who can cook.
yeah. The barbecue to me was like a bros hangout.
Hmm. It
It
was.
wasn't. It was a bros hangout, and then the girl Joan came over.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was.
Is
That
that
was just
there's a
it. It was
whole
just a
market?
bro. It was just a bro hangout, and I think that the cast maybe did that just to showcase all of the men or bring all of the men together, give all of the men some um, time,
Mhm.
some
Well, they
air
also
time.
needed to give them time to rejuvenate because the rose ceremony, it's hours long. It's a lot of film. It's a whole day of filming. That's why when they get
Yeah.
eliminated, it's normally the daytime. And I think because
Hmm.
this cast is older, they had to give them some time to rest. They even talked about it. They were just like
Hmm.
yeah, in this house. So
Yeah.
we needed to give them time to
Yeah.
rejuvenate. So I think that's probably
Because that was something that the ladies pointed out the last time,
yeah,
that these things are too long.
yeah.
So yeah, I like that. And so I liked how they did that, gave them some time together and gave them some air time. But that's it. But Mark is
She likes him.
she likes Mark, and he's younger than her.
She likes him.
Yeah, older women usually like younger men.
You think so?
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, listen, she likes him.
Yeah.
When she pulled
Yep.
him in for them kisses, I said, man,
Yes, she did.
she
And
pulled him
Kathy
in.
and Kate or Kathy, what's her name? You could call me mom. I said, ooh,
Yes. I think her name is Kelsey.
Kelsey. You
Um,
can call me mom.
so we have a rose ceremony this episode. Let me
Mm-hmm.
get Mr. Mark off. We have a rose ceremony this episode week 2. The people that go are Mr. Jack. The chef and comic relief is gone. He is out. I honestly,
He didn't care. He had a drink and
yeah,
he
he
sat
didn't
there
care.
and watched whoever else was getting
I did
eliminated.
it my
My way.
way. He didn't care.
Yeah.
I don't even think he knew where he was at.
Okay. He had his drinks and he
Yeah,
let y'all know,
yeah.
contact me for catering events.
Mr. Bob, your boy, he's gone. He's out. Then we have Mr. He's gone. And oh, yeah, you're going to be okay with this one.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
going to be okay. He's out.
And then he gonna hold on to Jack and start singing the song with him. Boy, shut up and
No,
move.
no, no, no. They brought him out to move Jack along.
And he didn't move him along. He joined in the song with Drunk Jack.
He did. OMG. But I feel like she made some good.
Jack was there when everybody came out. He never left. He wanted to see who was being
Yeah,
eliminated too.
yeah.
But
I
he wasn't mad.
what? No, he wasn't. He had a great time.
Yes, he did.
He had a great time. They
Yes,
have
he
to put
did.
him on Golden Paradise.
Oh yes, yes,
They
yes,
have to.
yes.
I think she made some good picks. I
Mhm.
think the eliminations this week made sense. And I think she got a
Mhm.
good group of men. I think it's going to be a good season. I'm excited. Mama Star,
I'm very excited.
how are you feeling about this season?
Oh, I'm very excited. I can't wait for episode 3. You know what I mean? Because I'm very excited. I love the fashion. I love her
Mhm.
aggressiveness, and then I like her innocence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When she thinks about her husband and she cries because that's being human.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? The reality is he's not here, but when she think about him and she think about the time that they had, she gets emotional, and that's real.
Yeah.
That's authentic,
Yeah.
raw emotions. And I love that. I really do love that, but she wants to move on because it seems like she was years just not doing anything, being with the kids and the grandkids and all of this, and her family is saying, "Mom,
It's your time.
it's your time. Go ahead on. Dad told you to go ahead. Oh, we love you. We love Dad, but we
Mhm.
want you to be happy." So, I like the realness about the show. It's real.
Yeah,
I
I
like it.
agree. So I do not have top picks yet. I will say I think that Mr. Mark and Mr. Chuck are going to
Mm.
go far, but I still need to see more before I make any predictions. But I feel like you already
Jonathan
have.
is going to go for.
All right, let me bring him up. I think he's going to be the Golden Bachelor, or he's auditioning. I
Yeah.
think they're looking at him. You think that he's
Okay.
going to go far?
I love
Okay.
that for them. I love that for him. Yes, he would be good
Mhm.
because he likes white women.
Oh, mom.
No, seriously, he likes white women.
Mhm.
And they would bring a few black women and a few white women and let them battle it out. But
Yeah.
I think he would
No,
be
I agree with
perfect.
you. I think that
I think he would be perfect.
I've always said that about this show. They always cast somebody
Mm-hmm.
they believe will pick a white partner just because the
Mm-hmm.
majority of this audience is white. So
Yeah.
that's how you're going to cast. You're going to
I'm
cast for
not
your
mad at
audience.
that. I'm
Yeah,
not mad at that. I'm not pulling no race cards or nothing.
yeah,
We got to start watching it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? If we not watching it, if that's their audience,
Mhm.
play to your audience.
And that's
And
what you're going to do.
I like it. I like the show. I may be a guest on there at one point. Who knows?
Mom, wrap it up. Um,
I did it my
they're
way.
not going on that show. So you think
Who
that
knows?
Jonathan is going to go far? Who else?
Jonathan, Mark, and you said Chalk, but yeah.
She likes
Um,
him,
she
and
likes him.
you have
She
to have
likes
a guy.
him until they got to the one-on-one date.
Yes, but mom, you have to have a guy that goes far, that
Mhm.
is the guy that you should not pick, right? Because that's reality.
Right.
The guy
Gary's
that you
going to
should
be
not
on there for a couple of more episodes, just
Yes,
like Mr. Charles.
yes.
But they're not going to be picked either.
So wait, which Mr. Charles are you talking about? Asian?
Asian.
You think he's
Keith
gonna
is
go
going to be on there, huh? Keith is going to be on there.
far? Okay.
And who
Who,
else? Who
who do you
else?
think is gonna be picked at the end?
Mark.
Oh, you think she's gonna pick Mr. Mark?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, baby, so sweet.
Hmm.
That would be so
Yeah,
sweet.
she's going to pick Mark. She
She
likes
likes him.
Mark. She
She
likes
likes
Mark.
him. She wants to
Pasquale, they
bring him.
gonna keep him on there for his
He's
divas.
fun. Yeah, the diva.
But she don't want him. He don't want her. He wants y'all to come and get y'all haircut.
And listen, he got a good business.
Yeah.
He got a
Mm-hmm.
good business.
Yep. Yep.
Um, I do want to get to this comment from Busola, who said, "Who do you think she picked?" Because you said something about this, so that's why Busola wrote this question. She said, "Who do you think she picked for the season?" So I think you meant because you mentioned something that there's somebody that she likes in her mind,
Mm-hmm.
but she's going to still go along
Yes.
with it.
And
You
it's
said it.
Mark.
Okay.
She picked him when he first came out the thing with his daughter.
Okay.
She likes
So
Mark.
you think that he's it for her and she's just going through the motions with the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm 60 something, right? When you see what you like at this age, you go for it.
Hmm.
She's on a show where she has to finish out the show, but she knows who she likes already. You know what I mean? She want to see, they're giving her a few weeks to see,
Hmm.
just like she liked Chalk. And
Hmm.
then that came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some undisclosed information. So you see what you want and you see what you're going to tolerate with or what you're not.
Hmm.
But she likes Mark. When she seen Mark get out of there, she was like, ooh,
She said,
yes,
"Thank
sir.
you. Thank you."
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, Busola also says, "Well, doesn't Mark live in Louisiana? I wonder how they'll make that work." Now, remember, Mom, before you answer,
Mm-hmm.
this was the issue with the Golden Bachelor
Mm-hmm.
location. Neither one of them wanted to move, and I'm just like, I was even saying it in my lives. You guys getting married, and neither one of you want to move. You are old people. You are not going to do.
Where's Joan at? She's in California.
I think no, she doesn't give California. Let me see where she's located. They did get a lot of Cali guys, so that made me think
Mm-hmm.
that she's in Cali. She could be in NorCal. Vasos, right? Vasos. Oh, she's in Maryland. That's not too
Oh,
far.
Maryland. That's different.
She doesn't give Maryland though. She gives Cali girl to me.
Yes, she does. She doesn't give
She's
me
in Maryland.
Maryland
She
at
gives
all.
Cali girl through and through. That's
But
crazy.
I think Mark would go with her. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because he likes her, he wants to be with her, and he really wants.
You just said that he wasn't ready.
No, I said he's still healing.
Hmm.
He wants to. I don't think they should get married right away. I think they should date.
Hmm.
I think she should go with him over there with him, and he should go over there with her and all that. I don't think the couple of months that they're taping or the couple of weeks that they're taping that's enough to marry. I really don't think. And at that age, there's things that you consider your monies because see, both of them is probably getting their pension, their
Hmm.
spouse's pension and social security and all that. Those
Oh
are things
yeah,
that you work out.
yeah, yeah.
So what's going on is they probably just need to date instead of the pressure of getting married.
Hmm.
She's I think she should go down there with him and he should come up here with her and they should have a long distance relationship, which means they're dating and they're getting to know one another. And that's fun. Oh, I'm going to see Mark this weekend, or Mark is coming to see me. And I think that will help with his healing. And then they both can talk about where they're at with things.
Yeah,
I don't think at the end of this show, nobody should marry.
I've always said that.
Young people marry because they're young and they got, they do whatever they want to do. But as golden, I don't think they should marry.
Hmm.
I think they should date.
I think if they do get engaged, it needs to be a long engagement.
Engagement, yes.
Mhm.
Your engagement is just saying, I choose you. I want to see you exclusively. And let's do this. Let's make this work.
Mhm.
Because after a while, either she'll get tired of coming here and want to be in Louisiana with him, but I wouldn't suggest her go to Louisiana because if that damn break, girl, your house gonna go. I think he should come with her.
Mhm.
because the Bible even tell you leave your family and come be with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not getting into that. I'm not preaching today. But
Thank you.
anyway, I really believe that they need to spend time, do things, go on trips together, and just
First.
get to know one another more, and just have some sex, have some fun.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Drink some champagne and have wine or something, have some sex, and just enjoy each other.
Okay. I
You
agree.
don't have to make a commitment.
Yeah. I also think with them having families
Hmm.
who they are the
Yeah,
matriarch and patriarch of moving and leaving that.
yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it either. I don't
I
think
think the show puts
it's
pressure or whatever. Like Gary and what's my girl name? Oh Lord,
oh, I
who's the
forgot
Gary?
her name.
Oh God, and I don't like that. I forgot her name and remember his name, but
You didn't like him, you liked her.
I liked her, and I think that there was pressure
Yeah,
put on them, and then she was trying to prove a point to them other women.
she was. She
And
was.
I think that the pressure and the point proving is how they got married. And I don't think they
Yeah,
were ready for that.
Miss Teresa.
Teresa, there it is.
Girl,
And
your girl.
thank you, Miss Gigi 88. Um, he she had money
Hmm.
and he liked that. But I don't think they should have gotten married. I think they were pressured. The show pressured them. And the show had a real big wedding for them and this and that and that and this. But no, I don't think that they should get married. I
Yeah,
think that they should have fun.
I agree. I agree. Well, Star Fam, we've been here for 2 hours.
Yes.
We are going to get out of here. We're going to see you guys next week for episode 3 of the Golden Bachelorette. Thank you so much for joining me and Mama
I
Star.
can't wait.
Closing words, Mama Star.
Mama Star is saying life is too short not to live and
Mhm.
have some fun. I think these people should have some fun
Yes.
while they're taping and while they're getting to know one another. And I think you should live life to the fullest and
Amen.
have some fun and decide to laugh.
Yes. I decided to laugh. And her book
Bam.
will be in the description box below. Love you all. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.